Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the German Tier 9 Premium Medium Tank, the Kampfpanzer 50T. Now what's so special about these two replays? Well, they feature two maps that have recently returned to the game, and that is Alamein in this first replay and Westfield in the next one. And it's fantastic we've finally got these maps back, and I state finally. It's been way too long. I mean, since we saw Alamein, obviously since 6.0 because it was still in. When it comes to Westfield, we've not seen that since March of last year. A whole year and 2 or 3 months. Utterly mental that we've been without these maps for so long. And it's one of the biggest problems that the game's had for the whole time, even before 6.0 map rotation. Shocking. And yeah, it's just not... It's not good enough that we've had to wait this long for these maps, and I really hope that the map designers, devs, whatever you want to call it, manage to speed along and get the other maps done as quick as possible and get them in, because map rotation is the lifeblood of a game, and you know, it prevents it from getting stale, and that's something that's been happening really especially since 6.0 when they chopped out the rest of the maps. That's a big problem with the game, and it's just frustrating that it has taken so long. But they're back. Makes me very, very happy that they're back. I mean, love Westfield. Westfield is a beautiful map. This map is pretty decent. I don't mind this map at all. Overlord again is one that I don't mind, and Ghost Town is one that I prefer when I'm in a heavy, and it's not too bad apart from that. But I'm just happy to have more maps in the rotation. More maps in the rotation is nice, right? And yeah, it was just like a breath of fresh air playing on these maps in the past day. It's really nice. So, we're in the Kampfpanzer, and I've taken this little ledge at H56, and it still works. After all this time, it still works. It's a great little position to take because you can come here and you can get shots across both flanks. So now you're seeing that we're getting shots at this Leopard PTA, and we're just putting the gun to work to hopefully finish this guy off. And we shut him down, and you're seeing that we also have shots on the northern flank as well, which is quite nice. It was one thing when they brought this map back that I kind of hoped that they moved the spawn of the northern team a little bit closer again, because a little while ago they used to spawn at C2, D2 area and like spread out between there and towards the cap, but then they moved it all the way back in towards where the cap area is. And basically what you used to be able to do from North Spawn was get to that same ridge that I was just on, and you'd be able to fight in that area for that ridge. Now their team cannot reach that ridge without getting absolutely obliterated and YOLO'd. It's kind of irritating from that spawn. You can do it, you can get there, but you need synchronization. You need at least teams to back... not teams. Well, yeah, teams, really, to back you up, players. So if you're in a 3-man 2 and all three of you rush to that position, you can get there, probably losing 1 shot of health, and then you can take the fight into that area, and that's quite nice. But when you're by yourself, it's too risky to go to. So we are actually crushing their flank on this side, because they got stuck with the crossing, and they got stuck at the positions at H2. We've managed to get a lot of damage out and just push the fight, really. We couldn't quite get round to get a shot at that 705 there, and now there's only 3 tanks left and an artillery. Chieftain is full health over there, and I'm thinking, right, well, we'll go get the artillery, because, you know, the artillery must be over here somewhere. We're not spotting it. I've just realised that we've spotted up the Gorilla 15. We get a shot into him, pen him. We're spotting him up, which means we're getting all of the lovely juicy assisted on him. I'm still expecting artillery to get spotted somewhere, but he's not quite getting lit up. We can't quite see shots at the Chieftain, so it's like, okay, we're just going to push to this ridge line in front of us. Therefore, we can get under the gun line of the Gorilla if he decides to come over, and he'll probably get finished off, which he just did by the artillery. And as we're coming round, the T-57 Heavy gets spotted. We get a nice shot on the move into the T-57 Heavy. He's fired 2. He's fired 3. And I know I can take a hit from him. And he's fired 4. Now, I wanted to get a shot into him and possibly take the hit, because I knew that if he decides to... Well, if he reloads, which he is now, he will reload after I've got 3 shots off. So I'm just popping shots in. At this point, I'm expecting him to be reloaded, so I just pull back to make sure that I don't take any hits off him. And now we're going to see if we can get shots at the artillery. but artillery finishes him off. And we finished that game with a very nice game in the Kampfpanzer 50T and on Alamein, which is really nice to have back. Finished with 2 kills, 5.5k damage, 1600 assistance, ace tanker, Confederate, sniper, high caliber, 1738 base XP. Really nice game for the Kampfpanzer 50T. The Kampfpanzer 50T is an absolutely fabulous tank. It's absolutely fantastic. It's just a great tank to play. And it's really nice to have these maps back, because these maps are sort of pretty perfect for it, because, you know, it's got good speed, it's got good turret, it's got decent upper plate. The hull armour is the weakness of the tank, really, but, you know, it's still not that bad. The gun is absolutely fantastic. DPM is also another slight weakness of the tank. It's quite a slow reload for 320 alpha at tier 9 at 6.7 seconds, but apart from that, the whole overall tank is just a really, really nice tank. And these maps suit it perfectly, like Westfield here, which means we can use the mobility and the good gun depression and the good turret armour on this ridgeline ahead of us. And this is another map that I'm absolutely buzzing is back. I've missed it, it's been way too long. This map went missing, yeah, around March, April time of last year, and it's just mental that it's taken over a year and a bit to get this map back, and it's just absolutely fabulous that we can play on it again now, though. It makes me very happy. So, what we're going to do on Westfield, we're going to see through, we're going to this little ridge in front of us, which we've not got really anyone joining us, but from this position we can do quite a lot. We can get shots at anybody that goes to where this Jagdpanther 2 is. We get kind of lucky there that he doesn't actually get a shot into us, and we can get shots at anyone that crosses down into the bowl area below us and up from their ridgeline on the 6 line. The Jagdpanther 2 misses us. We're not... Well, we do get a shot into his lower plate there, and there is the light tank behind me that's marauding about, so I'm just going to have a look, see if we can get a shot into him. We get the shot straight in, 1390 finishes him off, and we're just going to swivel around again and change our position on this ridgeline, because when we were trying to shoot the Jagdpanther 2 there, we were having to come far too much over the ridgeline there, and we were just exposing ourselves just way too much. It basically gave him the opportunity to get a shot into us, and we don't want that. So now we're hull down basically against this T95E6. He's only got shots at a turret. We're just putting the gun to work here, really. I mean, this gun is fabulous, and we're getting some great shots through the side of this guy's turret and through his cupola as well. And we're just hoping to get another shot into him before he gets dips down below the ridgeline. We don't quite make it. While we're reloading, we're just going to pull back for a second before we decide that we're going to move up. Now, I want to move up to that ridgeline over in front of us at A4, because this area over here that we're travelling to now, we can actually, again, use to be hull down, and it will protect us from the fire of this T95E6 that's directly in front. Hopefully we're going to get a shot into him. Oh, we do just snap a shot. That's just how beautiful this gun is. We had basically nothing of that tank, and it managed to go flying straight in. And now you see what this ridgeline is good for. Look, they're hull down on that ridge, and we're hull down basically on this ridge, and we can just pull back and stay safe if we need to. And we're just trying to get shots into this T54E1. Unfortunately, we ricochet off the turret there of him, which is a little bit frustrating, but APCR and angles of turrets sometimes can be a pain. We managed to bounce a shot off him there, like I say, as we're pulling back. Fully aim a shot straight through the side of his turret. We're up to 3k damage now. We know the T95E6 is there as well. He gets spotted, so it's like, okay, if we get one more shot into him, we can possibly put him down to a one shot, which we do. Straight through his cupola. And now I'm thinking, right, I want to move up. I want to get closer to these guys, because that T54E1 is a 2-shot. The T95E6 is a 1-shot. We get a nice shot there into the T100LT. And yeah, I just want to progress this fight, because I don't want to get stuck here, because that T54E1 will reload, and the T95E6, like I said, we can finish off with one shot. I've got to be careful though, because anything that's sitting, and there's still a lot of tanks left, and anything that's sitting at around E0 is going to get shots at us when we push this area. So we've got to be quick about it, and we've got to be safe about it by getting below the ridge lines. Unfortunately, where I've just got spotted here, I didn't expect the T54E1 to poke up, but he does get shut down, and we do manage to shut down the T95E6 as well. Now we get shot once, twice there, because we didn't quite react in time to get below the ridgeline, but now we're at this ridgeline. We've got a free farm at these guys. These guys are all going to start getting spotted by this light tank. I'm hull down, which means I'm safe. and we can just start putting the gun to work again, using the great accuracy of the tank, the hull down ability to start shutting these guys down. So we shut down the SU-122-54, we've got a few shots into the Waffelpanzer 4, waiting for the reload to get a shot into this Object 75A, which we do. I'm just deciding now what I could probably get shots at. Like that 50B is still full health below me. He's preferably the next target after this Mauschan, who gets shut down. There's still the heavy tank, and I'm thinking, can I get this IS-7 into render range? Which I can. We get a shot straight into his side, which is nice. And this Waffelpanzer 4 yellow is a light tank, so we're going to see if we can get a shot into him. We can't quite. The IS-7 gets shut down. Now there's just the 50B. We pop a shot into his side there. I was kind of hoping to track and pen him, therefore I'd get all the assistance. But before I managed to get another shot in, he gets absolutely wiped out. And that was another great game for the Kampfpanzer on another fantastic map to return. And it's so good that they've returned. It's just a shame it took way too long to get them back. So we finished with the Ace Tanker, the Confederate, the Sniper, the High Caliber. 6.2k damage nearly, 672 assisted, nearly 7k combined, 2 kills, nearly 1800 base XP. It's a great tank. So happy to get these maps back. It's fantastic. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
A great success!